I want to retain all rights. I don't want to waive any rights.
And that's not really how it works.
Part 1 of a multi-part series featuring Rockingham County, North Carolina. In February 2020, Mike and family found and bought a house in Madison, North Carolina. One of the first nights in the new house on Friday, February 21st, 2020, Mike and Mrs. Justice went out as a couple to explore their new town's nightlife. Even though the house was just a few blocks from downtown, Mrs. Justice drove them around due to the weather being in the 30s. Many people were out in local bars and restaurants downtown, as evidenced by the many cars in the public parking and on roads and parking lots. The Madison, North Carolina downtown area also has a decent Pokemon Go presence, with several stops and gyms spread along the small downtown area. Husband and wife were enjoying some alone time in their new town while playing a silly GPS location-based game. One of the Pokemon Go gyms was at the Madison United Methodist Church downtown. The couple pulled into the public vehicular area at the church for just a few minutes to engage with the Pokemon gym. It's very common for other Pokemon Go players to pull up next to, in front of, or behind you when you're at a Pokemon stop or gym. A car pulled up behind the van and the occupants thought it was another Pokemon player. The family van still had Washington Disabled Veteran plates on it as they had just moved to North Carolina. As soon as Mrs. Justice began to pull off, blue lights came on. Mrs. Justice stopped immediately, and an illegal stop ensued. For the full encounter, click the card or check the description below. Keith Benfield of the Madison Police Department approached and demanded IDs from all occupants of the van.
What's going on?
I need you to identify yourself. One thing, you're back here on private property.
Okay.
Right, so
What's the reason? What's the reason why you're trying to identify us?
Because you could be wanted.
Okay. But do you have a lawful reason for the stop? Do you have a reasonable articulable suspicion?
West Cadbury Street, is that correct?
You gonna give me your IDs or not?
What crime do you suspect us of committing?
Give me your IDs now.
Do you suspect that there's a crime being committed?
Do you want to keep this window, yes or no? Because I'm about to bust it out if you don't start giving me some IDs.
Benfield unlawfully threatened to smash the driver's window out over 20 times, even after running the Washington plate and the driver's license.
I'm really scared of you.
Tags valid, no NCIC.
Give me your ID.
We're afraid of you.
You're gonna be real afraid. I'm gonna bust
I
this window
already
and
am
drag you out the car.
afraid. Please don't break.
Now.
I don't have one.
I'm gonna get my ID out.
You got about 10
I'm getting my ID. It's in my back
You got
pocket.
about 10 seconds.
It's in my
Get
pocket.
busted out.
It's
Get
in
your
my
ID
pocket.
out now.
It's in my pocket.
Get your ID out, sir.
I don't have one. I'm blind. I don't have a
One
driver's
doesn't
license.
have a driver's license.
You ain't got an ID at all?
No.
Give me,
I'd rather not hand it to you. I will
Give
show
me
you
the
my
ID.
ID. Come on, man.
give me the ID.
He's threatening to hurt you, so just do
Here,
what he says.
goddamn ID.
Benfield unlawfully searched the van after he opened the doors and forcefully removed Mrs. Justice. He put Mrs. Justice in torture cuffs and handed her off to two Madison police officers, telling them to put her in the back of Benfield's canine unit.
I don't want him to hurt me. I don't want you to rip me out of the car. I'm terrified. Can you step away and let anyone else talk to me?
If you roll the window down.
Why?
Last
You-
chance.
Yeah.
Stop!
Down.
Please
I'm
stop.
trying. I can't push it.
Ma'am, if you'll comply by what the officer tells you.
What are you doing? We do not consent to any searches or seizures of our property. For what? What crime?
I was trying to leave.
We're trying to leave. How is that trespassing?
Why are you?
Please stop.
Step out of the vehicle.
Okay, just do. Yeah. They're threatening violence.
I don't want to
So.
throw my stuff on the ground. I don't want to throw all my money on the ground.
Thankfully, they didn't put her in the dog car. Benfield was backed up by Madison police officer Matthew Michael. One of them took Mike's phone out of his hand and tossed it on the dashboard.
Please don't touch me. Please. Okay, I'm fine. Please stop touching me.
Let go of the
Please stop that.
They forcefully removed Mike from the van, denied his request for accommodations, and put Mike in torture cuffs behind his back. They tried to get Mike to give ID so they could run him for warrants. Mike stood on his rights, and in retaliation, Benfield arrested Mike. Stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching. Te oppresso liber.